Okay, let's call this meeting the Hayesville Planning Commission to order. The first item of business is roll call.
Bazier,
Here.
Hatcher,
Here.
Williams,
Here.
Coleman,
Here.
Rankin,
Here.
Plummer, here, Blood, here.
Next item of business is a presentation approval of minutes of October 28, 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I have a motion and second to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Any abstentions? All right. Any other abstentions for anyone that wasn't here?
I wasn't here last week.
So you abstain?
No, I abstain.
Thank you. Item 4, special order of business, public hearing to consider a zone change request from D to B, Grand Avenue South, Jane Street. Protect the rights of all parties involved in order to create an opportunity for everyone to speak their opinions and present information. The Hayesville Planning Commission follows a specific procedure in reaching a decision. A copy is available by the door. Your attention to this procedure is appreciated. I would entertain a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
Anybody want a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. I have a motion and second to open the public hearing. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? We are now formally open for the public hearing to consider a zone change request for the city of Hayesville. Do any members of the Planning Commission have a conflict of interest in this case? If so, please disqualify yourself from further action in this case. You may choose to speak as a member of the public. I have a conflict of interest and will step down and turn it over to Deb at this point. If anybody else has a conflict of interest, please state it.
I also have a conflict of interest. So I'll be sitting here abstaining.
Have any members received any written or electronic communications on this matter? If so, please read or describe them. Will staff please present the staff report for the proposed zone change request?
Good evening. Before you is the staff report for the zone change request for D light commercial to B 2, 3, and 4 family dwelling district. The property is located just south of East Grand Avenue between South Jane Street and South Marlin Drive. There will be 2, 3, and 4 family dwelling or duplexes or fourplexes, not apartments there. The property is vacant, it's not being used. The north 115 feet south of Grand Avenue will remain as light commercial. Adjacent properties are zoned light commercial to the north and west and single family to the south and east. It is not uncommon for this area to have 2, 3, or 4 dwelling districts. The comprehensive plan provides that the following goal for housing is to provide a variety of housing choices for current and future developed population. Impact of the proposed development on community facilities. Water and sewer are available. Municipal service already provided to the area and are no additional burden as anticipated that cannot be accommodated for current resources. The public hearing was published originally on October 7th and letters mailed out to area residents. Anybody that had called in, they're in your staff report that had asked about it. Staff is recommending approval of the zone changes as recommended, and the applicant is here to answer any of your questions.
Do any commissioners have any questions of the staff?
Yeah, I have a couple. So you say water and sewer, any load on the electrical or gas?
No.
No. And it looks like from here that it's only gonna be, the front 115 feet is gonna stay light commercial.
Correct.
If there's a egress going into the property from there, does it need to be changed? Or can it stay light commercial?
I'm sorry, I can address that question when I come up if you'd like.
Okay. Those are the couple I have.
Any others?
Yeah.
Are the applicants or their agent present? Please step forward, state your name, and tell us why we should grant this.
Good evening. My name is Rebecca Melius. I work for PEC based out of Wichita, supporting I'm the agent for the applicant. Will Harmon is here of the applicant, so specific questions about the development, I'll probably lean on him. As Jonathan mentioned, the area has sat vacant for a substantial amount of time, and we're excited to bring some potential new development to Hayesville. In this case, we're considering duplex and fourplex development, not apartments, nothing multi-story. We will probably have some two-story structures, but nothing extremely tall. If you'd like, I didn't understand all of your question, but I would be happy to answer it any way I can. We are intending that the north 115 feet will remain light commercial for potential commercial development, and then the remainder on the backside is what we're looking for that zone change.
I just wondered if there was an exit plan that would go through that light commercial, if that portion would need to be changed.
Change to multifamily zoning?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so right now the plan is that yes, there will likely be access through that, but it will be a public street, so the zoning
Okay.
doesn't matter for that area.
That's what I'm checking.
Okay. As for gas and electric, we are coordinating with those agencies, but they're nearby and can serve it, so.
Okay. I knew they were nearby, I just didn't about the load.
I don't know specifically about the loading, but they have not expressed any concern with being able to serve a development of this nature, so.
Thanks.
I'd be happy to answer any other questions I can.
Do you have any estimate on how many units you'd be putting in?
Right now, our goal is 100 units, right about.
Okay.
Anything else?
No issue with height with the residents behind?
No, we will comply with the zoning regulation as is. No variances that we're looking for at this time.
Also, because we're not.
Come on up, Will. You gotta introduce yourself. No, you're good. State your name.
Will Harmon, I'm with 777 Grand Development. And so the rear part of the development, everything we scooted towards Grand to give a larger area, mainly for runoff, but it's also gonna be beneficial to the neighbors behind it, because it's gonna get even more of a gap in between those houses and the back of the homes. So you're looking at a fairly large, area between those two.
The ground's okay, though. I mean, you don't need to dig a pond or anything
Yeah.
to build up the ground or anything.
I'm just talking about the privacy for the current
Yeah.
residents that are there. They're gonna be set back quite a ways.
Understood.
I might clarify, we will have some on-site storm sewer requirements to meet city requirements, but not to build up the property per se.
Not to
Yep.
build up.
Yeah, so that rear side is proposed expanded detention area, but to Will's point, it'll provide a little bit more horizontal separation from the existing residential on the south side, because that's where our planned area is for that.
Okay. We all good? Now is the time for any member of the public to speak. You have 5 minutes. If you are presenting good factual information, this time may be extended by vote. Please state your name and address first. Any members? Any questions from the public from the commission? Does the applicant wish to rebut anything in the staff report or any public comments? No new items should be presented at this time.
No, ma'am, we're in agreement with staff comment. Thank you.
I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Public comment is now closed for commission action, and the floor is open to commissioners' comments regarding the following criteria. Any questions on that? The criteria is listed there. I would entertain a motion to recommend approval or denial of the zone change request from D light commercial to B 2, 3, and 4 family dwelling district located at East Grand Avenue and South Jane Street.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve this request.
I'll second it.
A motion has been made to recommend approval of the proposed zone change request. This motion has been made and seconded. Discussion? No? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No new business, no old business. Are there any informational, correspondence and informational reading? Are there any committee updates?
I have a committee update.
Okay.
This is from the Historic Committee. This upcoming December 4th will be the Village Christmas over in the Historic District. Soup and chili will be served at the Masonic Lodge starting at 4 p.m. Carriage rides throughout the district start at 5. The city Christmas tree lighting and all the lighting will be at 5:30. And then the historic park activities start right after the lighting ceremony. And it closes at 8. So it's a great time. Everybody should come out and see it.
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
Any other committee updates? No off-agenda items?
Just a reminder that our next meeting is on December 9th, and that'll be going over the closing calendar.
Okay. Item 10.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Motion second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you, everybody.